William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
Every year from across the globe, the greatest amateur golfers gather to take part in the most fearsome sporting challenge known to man. All of them hoping to win this, the William Hunt Trilby... Are you happy now? The William Hunt Trilby Tour Trophy, specially cleaned for 2016. The Trilby Tour returns for another year of travelling tee shots and peripatetic putting. Last year's champion Seb Carmichael-Brown is back to defend his title, and we have 9 new regional champions to find before we reach the World Championship final here at the magnificent Forest of Arden. Week 1 is the Championship of Kent at challenging Tudor Park. We've only ever had a Tudor Park member win on this course, so can the Tudor Park Mafia keep their 100% record for another year? It sounds like an offer we just can't refuse. In the show this week, we see all the best of the day in regulation play. We follow the highest scoring 4 players round the 3-hole playoff to find the champion of Kent. And it's time to duck and cover for the return of Rogues Gallery. We have a new face talking to the players on the first tee, but now let's hand over to our man with the mic, Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, it's great to be back on the Trilby Tour. Tudor Park opens up the series, 6,041 yards. Not a long golf course, but you've got to get your putting boots on because it's the highest scoring venue on the Trilby Tour. We have some changes this year. We've got guest presenters on the first tee this season. This week it's Katie Matheson. Let's see who she's found.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I've actually been joined by a member of the Armed Services, Chin Tapa, his first Trilby Tour, and also an MVO. Now, Chin, could you explain to me exactly what that is?
MVO is a member of the Royal Victorian Order. I worked for the Queen in Buckingham Palace 18 months. That where I was invested as a member of the Royal Victorian Order by the Queen.
It's a fantastic honour for you, but obviously when you're out on the Trilby Tour, that kind of goes out of the door and it's all to play for. What are you looking forward to most about today?
Today, this is my very first Trilby Tour. I'm looking forward to enjoy it.
Do you rate your chances today? What score have you got in mind?
There is no guarantee, but I'll try my best.
Good.
I like those pink golf bags. Driver, Chin, full tilt. Whoosh! Oh, he's got a bit of style about him. Now, has he found the fairway? Oh, he has. Handsome. That's the lucky tee.
Okay, Adam, I see you've got your golf clubs with you this time.
Yeah.
Can you talk me through exactly what happened last year?
Yeah, I played at Bredsall Priory last year and my golf clubs were stolen the week before, so I borrowed the club's demo set and luckily this time they haven't been stolen, so I've got no excuses this year for playing badly.
And you got a few clubs given to you as well here, is that correct?
Yeah, the club sort of donated the clubs to me, which was good of them, and sort of let me use them for a couple of weeks while I was waiting for mine to be ordered, which was good of them and done me a good deal, so I appreciated all the help.
So back to the serious business, Trilby Tour 2016. How serious are you taking this today?
Pretty serious. I've done a lot of practice compared to normal years this year and sort of been down here last week to have a practice round and playing quite a few events this year, so hopefully if we can qualify today and takes a bit of the pressure off those later on in the year. So
Best of luck today.
thank you very much.
7th Trilby Tour. You can tell the Trilby Tourians of old, they wear their hat at a rakish angle. Oh, that's marvellous looking swing. Look at the flow and the motion. This is a very high standard. Very high standard. Oh, and the look. The look says it all.
I'm delighted to be joined by the defending champion and the only man to have won the Trilby Tour twice, Seb Carmichael Brown. That must sound pretty nice, Seb.
It sounds very good, actually. It's the first time I've heard it said officially since last year, so yeah, I don't mind hearing that at all.
I hear that you've got a bit of a bad back. Are you getting your excuses in now, or...?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, get them all in now. I mean, I've got a sort of a bit of a ruptured disc type thing going on the lower back. Doesn't really stop me playing, but stop me practicing as much as I'd normally like to. But, you know, courses like this, events like the Trilby Tour, you know, half fit, fully fit, you want to be involved anyway, so we're here to have some fun.
And your arch nemesis Rocky is not here today, but is he the man to beat this year?
Yeah, I mean, Rocky's, you know, I've had some great duels with him. We were both in the playoff together at Hanbury in the Hertfordshire finals last year, or the qualifier, and again in the playoff together at Forest of Arden for the final. So I always enjoy playing with him. We were paired together at Forest of Arden, and I feel like maybe we helped spur each other on. He certainly spurred me on, so always enjoyable to play against those big Trilby names.
Well, we're looking forward to see how you get on today.
Thank
and
you.
the best of luck.
Thanks so much, thank you.
Thanks, Seb.
Well, speaking of big Trilby names, none bigger than Carmichael Brown with the 2 World Championships. Now, just got to get that left thumb on the club somehow. Yes. Without hesitation, though. A man that knows what he's doing. Is there any rough on this golf course? Let's get out to the 7th and pick up Tapper again. 155 this par 3. Little inside out and over action. Cutting. That's not quite going to make the... Ugh, that's got a horrible chip shot left for that one. That's not nice. Halfway down the 14th, but it's the 3rd shot for Cook and it's timber. So in trouble off the tee. And this one... Oh, that's left him a very tricky pitch. So struggling to make par is Adam. Top of the hill, heading for home. Carmichael Brown playing away from the clubhouse. Only 14 points in the first 9 holes, so under pressure. Now he's got to really turn on the afterburners. That was a good shot. Oh, a little firm. So that left for birdie 2. Tapper's recovery at the 7th looked like this. Come on, you come. Too much chew for Tapper. Pitch and putt for a par for Cook. 25 points at the minute. Quite well placed. Now, can he get this up and down? Well, he's got a chance. Pop that one in from 6 feet. Back to Carmichael Brown for the ideal start to his back 9. Putting back up the hill. No, good try. Speed was good. Just a par. In the end, he did recover. 34 points leading in the clubhouse. Will it be enough? Historically, you wouldn't say so here. Tudor Park. Tapper's par putt. Big swing from left to right. 30 points for Chin. DNQ did not qualify, but hopefully enjoyed his first Trilby Tour. Royal seal of approval for the effort. Cook's par putt. It went to the right. In the end, 35 points. See how expensive these putts are when they're missed early. New clubhouse leader. Pipping Carmichael Brown by a point. Let's pick up Nick Francis and peruse his short game. 24 points. That's even with the card at the minute. Trying to chip and putt for another 2 points. Won this before. Former champion of Kent, no less. Very nice. Let's get back to Katie, who spoke to Nick before he teed off.
I have got the 2014 champion alongside me, Nick. How are you feeling about today? You're obviously a local lad. You know the course. You probably are expecting good things, I would say.
Pretty confident, actually. I'm swinging quite nicely at the moment, so yeah, I'm playing pretty well. So I've got a good chance, very good chance.
And how important is it having a bit of local knowledge around this course?
Very important, very important. It's very, very tight, so you've got to plot your way around it. You know, you just can't go out there and you can't every single tee hit the big dog.
And
which I probably do on the first.
taking no risks at all, just going to go straight for it. 2014 was the last time you won it in 2014. How important is it to use those memories this year and try and get some good points on the course?
Definitely, definitely. I think winning it, you know in your head that you've got the golf to win it and you've got the head to win it. So if you won it once, you can win it again. Last year, I didn't like giving over the trophy. I gave it over to a good friend, so that was slightly easier. But no, I want that trophy back and hopefully play well.
I like that fighting talk. All the best of luck today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, Nick going well. 29 points. His third, 14th. Very economical action. Round and about and over you go. Come on. Oh, just didn't creep up onto the front. We'll get back to him in a minute. Trilby Tour favourite, Craig Blow-Up Blackford. He's an 8 handicapper, 12th Trilby Tour event. He loves it. Plays at the Redditch Kingfisher Golf Club. Never won a Trilby Tour event. Tends to let it go right at the end. What a tee shot. This is top stuff.
I've got Craig Blackford alongside me. Craig, you're always here. You're nearly there. Talk me through it.
Well, they've given me the nickname of Blow Up Blackford because I'm always up there getting contention in sort of throw it away last 2 or 3 holes. I sort of can't keep it together. So that's something I've got to learn to try and do.
So what do you think you need to do to take that step further?
I haven't got a clue. I've tried everything, to be honest. I just can't seem to do it. But, you've got to get in contention first and just try and keep it cool and carry on, just plod along.
What have your preparations been like ahead of today?
Playing fine, to be fair, yeah. I'm playing fine. Amateur golf, you play a good game, you play a bad game, but yeah, I've been playing fine. So, top 10 today is the aim.
And if there was any hole out there that you're going to blow up on, what one would it be?
17 and 18 as usual.
We wish you all the best of luck today.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks
Thank you.
very much.
We're not trying to put that deep in his psyche, not by any means on the Trilby Tour. 4th for Francis. He's played the right shot. Flat runner, chip and run. Perfect. Blackford, after an excellent tee shot, birdie putt at 10th hole. Turn a little bit. Oh, he just didn't hit it. Didn't hit. Don't tell me he's blowing up on the 10th. A little early. Paul McManus from Mitcham Golf Club. First Trilby Tour event. 11 handicapper. 3rd at the 8th. Well, that's puttable from there. So Nick Francis quickly for his par putt. He's under par for the day. And he'll down 2 up. Isao Aoki style in the end. 38 points. Nick Francis. Tudor Park Mafia strikes again. New clubhouse leader. Let's get to the first tee. Kate's got William Hunt.
Thanks, Rob. Yes, I'm delighted to say I've been joined by the man himself, William Hunt. William, 2016 Trilby Tour, year number 10. How excited are you for another year?
It is our 10th year. We had 2 years of pros, and this is our 8th amateur year. So it's kind of a 10th anniversary of the Trilby Tour itself. The amateurs is where my heart is. I love the amateurs coming up and playing and playing with their heart on the sleeve. It's a magnificent thing to see, and a testament to that is they keep coming back. So.
And what should we expect this time round?
Passion, heartache, tears, fear, and someone lifting a trophy in triumph. The rosy glow of triumph and victory, which is a wonderful thing to see. But generally we get tears, and if we don't, I kick him in the shin. How
difficult do you think it's going to be to top the 2015 final?
That's a good question and a hard one to answer because Seb Carmichael Brown, I think I said to him, he's a remarkable young man. He's here today as well. He's a brilliant guy, Seb. Such a clever boy, and he can work his way around a golf club. The way he plays it is like any top pro would. Talking about champions and stuff, we've got Dave Porter here on the bag, which is I love to see that. We've got a reigning champion of Meon, and he's there on his mate's bag today. So that's the way the guys take part in this. And we've got obviously Scott, homeboy here, Scott Wolford. He's defending champion today. He said he's not nervous, but I know he is. And I think there's 10 of his club members here playing with him today, plus 10 caddies. So there's 20 guys that we know of, plus all their supporters here today. It's going to be an exciting day today.
Thanks, William.
My pleasure.
Well, William's pumped. Got quite a nice swing himself, William Hunt. We don't really see it that often. Probably a good thing. McManus, well, that's a 3-footer left. Bold and brave. Tom Hunter's 3rd at 14 looks like this. Again, 2 good shots. And this the pitch and putt for a birdie. Oh, too much chew again. A lot of spin. Shouldn't have put those new wedges in. I knew I shouldn't have done. Quite a crowd for Blackford at the 12th. Playing a remarkable recovery. Just hang on there. That's really well played. Out of position, now back in the game. Now that, if he swings it that hard, will go off the green. Par putt for McManus. Yeah. Note for diary, do not make a big swing and then make a little swing with your putter. Playoff position at the minute, got to hang on and wait. Breeze starting to kick up a little bit. Hunter's birdie putt. 14. Needs a big finish now. Go on. Unlucky. 35 points. Playoff position. Hanging on. The exasperation of being so close. Blackford's third at 12. You can see he's greyed out at 22 points. That's level with the card. Didn't get through that bit of fluff very easily. Oh, it's in though. 37 points. Craig Blackford. No blow up at all. Heart of a lion. Coeur de Lion. Okay, with that, let's get back down to the first tee and join Katie with the reigning champion of Kent, Scott Woolford.
Well, I'm delighted to say that I've been joined by the defending champion in Kent, Scott. It's a huge honour to be the defending champion of your local home club. How are you feeling about your defence today?
Yeah, looking for a good day. To be honest with you, it was a really good year last year. Nudged it round here really well last year, and hopefully we'll try and repeat it again today, try and defend the title.
Are you quietly confident?
Quietly confident, but anything can happen out there. It's 18 holes and we'll just see what happens at the end of it.
A little bit of local knowledge obviously as well. Is that going to help with your play today, do you think?
Yeah, massive advantage. I think there'll be a couple of people from Tudor Park in the final four. Yeah, you know, we seem to do well around here, local players, so hopefully it continues.
And have you got a little bit of home support following you around the course?
Yeah, there's plenty of members here out today and everything, so friends and family and the wife will turn up later, so hopefully there'll be something to see.
And hopefully not too much pressure then?
There's no pressure. Won it last year. Let's see what happens.
I'm loving that, Scott. All the best of luck today.
Thank you.
And here he is, first tee shot of his defence. Woolford at the first. Oh yes, low knuckleball. Rough holding that one up, not the one he would have wanted, but no danger for Woolford. We'll follow his progress when we come back after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to lovely Tudor Park. The William Hunt Trilby Tour is definitely up and running. The 2016 series is going to be a belter. 38 points leading. That's Nick Francis, former champion here. No surprise, part of the mafia that surrounds this Tudor Park corner of Kent. 35 points you require if you're going to make the playoff, and it might not be enough. 4 men, 3 holes, 1 champion. That's coming. Woolford at the 12th, second shot. A little right. It is a lot right. In fact, there's nothing right with that. Horror. 13 handicapper Mark Ellsworth playing his 5th Trilby Tour. His second to 16. Now, has he worked this out well? It's not too terrible there. Par 4, one of the harder ones on the golf course. Michael Wakely-Smith starting for home. First Trilby Tour and a 3 handicapper as well. So not too many shots coming his way. And maybe he doesn't need too many shots with shots like that. Excellent to get pin higher from that height. 25 points for Nigel Abbott. Oh, and a healthy sculpt with a long iron. You can see the breeze just starting to kick into his face. That one coming up short. Hands in pockets for the caddy, looking the other way. I wonder if he's suspecting a horror here. Difficult position. That's not where you wanted to play your next shot from. You never know, he might chip it in. Let's get back to Ellsworth's third. Trying to save par. 29 points. So these are all very important. Stay, stay, stay. Kind of needs to make that one. 35 points, the minimum requirement. Abbott's 4th at the par 5 14th. Very well done. So chances from 5 or 6 feet. Wakely Smith's birdie putt. You can't see him. You can see the ball. And now you can't see the ball. That's good news in this game. 35 points. Another player gets to the playoff position. Thrilled, Michael. Now Wolford could chip this. He's going to putt it out of the second cut. Little forward press and a dink forward. Didn't need much more. 29 points, did not qualify. Will come back for more though, Scott, that's for sure. Did not go his way. Ellswood, par putt. Oh, he's read it from left to right. Big swing at the end, look at that, violence. Another player gets to 35. If that's the score, there's certainly going to be a playoff to establish the top 4. 32-year-old Dan Phillips, just coming out of the rough at the 12th. We seem to get to the bottom of that ball row very nicely. And he's played it very nicely. Another man from Tudor Park. Up ahead at the 14th. Abbott. Lucky, he's given that a rip. But 36 points, so he gets past the crucial mark of 35, and now he's in a playoff position. Dan for the birdie at 12. After the very good approach work. On you come, on you come. Oh, yes. I like to see birdies on the Trilby Tour. Mather has played so many Trilby Tour events, we've all lost count. Always says he's going to win, but never really had the luck he's deserved. Using a fairway wood to dunt it up the green. He hasn't, has he? Oh, he has. He certainly has. Top moment from a very average player. Delighted. Look at the smile on his face. That's what it's all about. It's fun. 27 points, not a care in the world. DNQ. Well, we're building towards the 3-hole playoff. Let's take a moment to look at those holes along with Katie and the Director of Golf, James Ibbotson.
Playoff holes for this year's final are the 17th, 16th and the 18th, a par 3, a par 4 and a par 4. Now James, the players are going to be pretty nervous when they come to this 17th tee. What is it that exactly faces them?
It's not like your normal par 3s. It's quite a long hole. To be fair, it's about 190 yards long today, and it's quite a small green for a par 3 of that length. It's protected by a small, well, quite a large bunker that approaches on the left-hand side, and some long trees and rough on the right-hand side. So it is, you've got to be pinpoint accurate down here. Players will be going in with anything from a foot of 5 to a 4 iron, even hybrid. So it is all about accuracy here.
The 16th is the second playoff hole, and it's a par 4, and this is the prime location for the players off the tee. Now James, what is the ideal approach shot that the players will play here?
After negotiating quite a tough driving hole, players will tend to sort of favour the right hand side of the hole, which will leave a tough approach shot over the bunker. If you're going to miss it anywhere on here, you've got to miss it short. The green slopes heavily from back to front. With a back pin position, you do not want to go long. It's going to be a tough chip from long of the green today. It's a 450-yard hole, so to be fair, it plays as a par 5 for the majority of amateurs. They're going to hit a decent drive, a wood or a long iron, up to sort of 50 yards short of the green and a chip and a putt. But as I say, short of the green is definitely the place to leave it on here.
The third and final playoff hole is the 18th. It's a par 4, and there's a hazard up the right-hand side, which saw a lot of action in the playoff last year. Now, James, there's also a very tricky green behind us. What should the players be looking out for behind me?
Yeah, again, once they've hit a good tee shot to get past the corner of the dog leg, it's going to leave about a mid-iron, 7, 8 to 9 iron. As you can see, it is heavily bunkered on the left-hand side with a tight pin on the left-hand side as well to boot, just to make things a little bit more difficult. So it doesn't leave them an awful lot of room to land over the top of the bunker to get it close to that flag, and as we said, there is a hazard that looms on the right hand side if they don't quite get it right. This is going to be their 21st hole of the day, hopefully. Obviously some tired golfers out there, some tired legs. It's going to be a tough second shot in, could leave him a tough bunker shot. You need to be very, very good out the bunkers. As I say, you've short-sighted yourself massively there, so it's going to be a tough up and down for anyone that hits in those front traps.
Well, it's posh down here in Kent. They don't go camping, they go glamping. Apparently there's dishwashers, air conditioning and Argas in those, so not something I've ever had a go at, but yeah, whatever takes your fancy. Let's get back to Costello. Things are slightly important for this man here. Only 12 points and keeps the glove on when he putts. That's pretty unusual. Go on. It's not bad. He was 45 feet away there. Good approach work. Nearly finished. Phillips second to the 16th. Could do with just one birdie to get in the red. What a shot. Shot of the day. That's spectacular. 16th is 468 yards. Costello's par putt. A lot of body movement there, but in the end, a great recovery. 36 points, playoff position for Mark Costello. Very good from the 12 handicapper. Phillips' birdie putt. This is well deserved. This goes in. Come on, Dan. Dan, the Tudor Park man. Come on, oh yes, get in there. It's a brilliant birdie, 36 points. So into the playoff for Phillips. Nick Francis was the highest scorer on 39. He's through the final four, but who will join him? In the end, it was a tie on 36 points. 2 spots available for 3 players. Phillips, Costello, and Abbott. That was the best of the approaches from 100 yards nearest the pin to decide. And it's Nigel Abbott that misses out, but he does make it through to the World Championship final. So we have our 4 qualifiers for the playoff: Francis, Blackford, Costello and Phillips. We know that Nigel Abbott's made it through to the World Championship final because he's a top tenner. So have Cook, Ellswood, Hunter, McManus and Wakely Smith. So let's see what William thinks is going to happen with Hunt's hunch.
Got 2 local boys. They've got to be, they've got to fancy it. Especially since Nick Francis has been here and won this before and knows how it feels and looks very confident. We call him blow up Blackford. He's a good player and maybe this is his day. Costello I don't know anything about. He's got a big following here today. He's got a couple of shots, so if he's got a couple of shots, it's a high handicap, so his technique might not get him through. This is properly squeaky bum time. Dan Phillips, a local boy as well, just like Francis. Don't know, popular boy, everyone's rooting for him. Don't know much about him, so it's got to be for me one of either Blackford or Francis. Who am I going to go for? I'm going to stick my neck out and go for Blackford.
We will be back after the break, see if William's right.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
We're at lovely Tudor Park and it is the playoff for the champion of Kent. We've already played the 17th hole, the par 3, all 4 players completing the hole in 1 over par, so they're all square with 2 to go. We pick up the action at the difficult par 4 16th, the second playoff hole.
Nick Francis, could you please step forward to the tee, please?
So pressure on the first man to hit because the tee shot is so key here. And former champ knows this hole backwards.
Nick Francis, 43, Marriott Tudor Park, handicap of 9. Last year I was reasonably pleased with my performance last year, but and I was determined this year to come back in and be in that playoff again and have a chance of it again. And I played pretty nicely. That will be the best feeling, knowing that not many people have become double regional champions. So for that achievement, I think will be amazing. And I think that will be, will be my best achievement in golf. So
maybe even in life, who knows? Driver, keep it smooth. Good looking ball flight on this one. Oh, that's as good as you could possibly do. What a great tee shot.
Next on the tee, Craig Blackford.
Well, he hasn't blown up yet.
Craig Blow Up Blackford, age 46, Redditch Kingfisher Golf Club, handicap 8. To be honest with you, I've started really bad. Bogey, double bogey, bogey. I'm thinking, well, that's it, that's the day done. But it calms you down, I think. You can relax and carry on with your golf. But then I played well all the way through, really. Struggled a bit towards the end again. But, managed to get over the line for a change. It's the best amateur tournament going. There's nothing that comes close to it at the end of the day. It's as simple as that. I've played in them all, and you know, this is by far the best one out there. It'd be great to win, obviously, but you know, yeah. I mean, I've been in enough of them and only ever made the top 4 once, so it's nice to get in the top 4 again. And if anyone's going to crumble, it's probably going to be me, so we'll see.
Certainly taking the pressure off himself with those thoughts. Blackford, 468 yards away, this flag. It's the dreaded high right shoulder, trying to fetch it back. Somewhere in there.
Third on tee, please, Mark Costello.
Hi, my name's Mark Costello, age 44, play at Surrey Downs Golf Club, and my handicap's 12. I had a great day. First one, played really well, had a good group, all close, all in the 30s points. Had a really good day, thoroughly enjoyed it. Played them okay, should have birdied 18, 3-putted though, which was not good. Done all right, 16, played it quite well, 1 over, and the par 3 is just not a very nice hole for me. So hopefully, I'm going to play it a little bit different, a layout, chip or putt.
Mark's a plumber by trade. Now the one shot you don't want to hit down here is a leak to the right. Oh, that's the opposite. The low ducker. A mallard in the trade, that one. And on the downslope in the rough. Not a great spot.
And playing 4th, Dan Phillips on the tee.
Dan Phillips, 32, playing out at the Tudor Park, off a 6. It's been good. It's a lot of fun out there. Course is playing well. I know the guys putting a lot of hard work. Looked a little bit touch and go at places, but held it together, and yeah, pleased with the end result. Made a few birdies out there. Hold some good putts when needed to. Putting started off a bit iffy, but seemed to find a stroke towards the back end, and yeah, I think that's what pulled it through to me in the end.
Well, he's got some good vibes because he birdied this hole in real time, so now in the playoff, can he do the same thing again? Phillips. Hanging left. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's a good way down there. So Phillips in a really decent position, trying to keep the run going for the Tudor Park members. Costello. Well, that clipped his shaft on the way back, and when it does that, normally it snags it on the way down. Trouble. Gave that a good old heave-ho with an 8 or a 9 iron. Can't be long enough to reach the green, surely. Not bad, though. Got it a long way down. Francis from the fairway. Look at that right-hand position. Incredible so far round. Arched wrist, and this one sent high into the sky. Is it enough, though?
Go.
Just a little more. Very good-looking shot. Local knowledge so important. Costello, we knew he was in trouble, and he is. He's in the really heavy stuff. With only 2 holes to go in the playoff, can't really afford to rack up a big number. So these shots becoming very expensive. Pressure's on now. Phillips second, longest drive off the tee.
Oh, go, you've got to go.
Doesn't have to. It did. What a shot. Brilliant. Don't tell me he's going to birdie it 2 times running. Might do. All players getting a shot here at the difficult 16th. Costello's 4th. So a 5 net 4 would be pretty handy. This has got to be good, though. Oh, and it is good. Sparkler. So that just might get him out of trouble. Keep him in the chase. Blackford. Tee shot was awry. Second shot to here.
Yeah, nicely done.
Very good indeed. So putt for a 4 net 3 for the man that blows up, but hasn't today at all. Francis. Now, as a former champion, he should be cool enough in these playoff situations. Needs to run and chase for him. It's just died a little bit. Not content at all. It's amazing though, one good putt makes up for a lot of mistakes. Phillips from the edge of the green after a good second for a birdie. Net eagle. But it was a 4 net 3, so back to level. Par putt for Tudor Park, man. Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant. Net birdie. Level par for Nick Francis. A two-timer, perhaps, if he wins here. Blackford. Also to get back to level par with his stroke. Well, that is amazing. How about that? 3 tied at the top. And even though Costello's not played his best hole, a bogey net par here. A lot of heavy breathing. Trying to relax, keep the body still. It's too much movement with the upper half. So 2 over par. A little cut adrift now with 1 hole to play. These Tudor Park members don't want to give up this title easily. Here's one in the running. Francis up the last. It's pushy. Blackford, your time has come.
No.
Again, down the right. What's the attraction down there? So it all opens up. Phillips going with an iron, no surprise really.
Go past it all.
Just about okay. Costello, a +2, the only man getting a shot this third playoff hole. It's right, but not as far right as the first 2. Blackford's tee shot bounced around the trees, went into that little crater that used to have another tree in it, dropped out to here. This is his third. Shouts and cries of well out and bundling his way down towards the front edge of the green. But they're in 3. A little unlucky to finish where he did. Francis second. Well, he had a swing and he had a clear line, had a pop at the green. Chipping and putting from there, I fancy. And that might keep him in it. Costello's second. So it's his net first with that shot. Just didn't come out. Club was grabbed by the grass and it came out low and squirty. So it's Phillips who has the green at his mercy. Good angle here. Not in the fairway, but a great view of the green. Oh, he's played a remarkable shot. Costello really needs to knock this one in for a net 2. I don't think he was happy with that. Muttering away to himself. Blackford. Penalty drop, remember. Par chip. Played it well. Played it very well. He can be proud of his efforts today. Costello's effort for the par doesn't really matter. The last hole cost him. If you make it through at the final 4 in the Trilby Tour event, you play some really good stuff. You can take that away with you. Bring that confidence to the next one. And a lot of lag on the downswing there with his chipping action. Serves him well normally. He's won here before. So maybe a new Tudor Park champion. Phillips with a putt to win, maybe 2 putts to win, depending. But this takes care of it. Chance. Oh, he knew it was in. He knew it was in. And Tudor Park erupts. They have another champion. the William Hunt Trilby Tour Champion of Kent, Dan Phillips. There's the trophy lift and a brilliant day for the club member.
So the 2016 Trilby Tour starts off in fine style, and here are the dates we have before the end of the new season. After the 9 regional championships, we have the World Championship final at Forest of Arden, where we'll also see the brand new Trilby Teens event. Then it's the Trilby 2 pairs from Hull Golf Club before our traditional Rogues Gallery special. Remember, Monday night at 7 p.m. on Sky Sports 4 is Trilby time. Now let's hear from our new Kent champion, Dan Phillips.
That's tremendous, absolutely tremendous. It was tough. Everyone played well out there, and it was going to come down to someone doing a little bit special, and luckily enough, that was me.
For sheer chutzpah, we're also going to award Dan the Shot of the Week. It takes real confidence to start your victory march before the ball has even dropped in the hole. And now, from chutzpah to schadenfreude, as we look at the worst shots of the week in Rogues Gallery. And the honour of being first to be dishonoured in 2016 goes to Johnny Wiltshire, who bananas his tee shot on the 12th way off target. On the 18th is Robert Patterson with a real dribbler of a drive. Paul Worley, also on the 18th, takes a long time to decide that he'd rather be on the other side of the fairway, but just a few feet further down. Playoff contender Craig Blow-Up Blackford practices his hosel snagging on the 16th. And while we may finally have captured young Tony Mather playing his first ever decent shot on the Trilby Tour, we can always rely on him to give us a couple of decent rogues as well. Trilby newbie Mark Miller can't see the green for the trees on 14th, but I think that's really the way he wants it to stay, the big tree hugger. The always troubling uphill lie is tackled by Michael Simpson on the 15th with an action pose and a wild slash to the right. A perfect tactical play. David Moult manages a rogue double on 18 by playing a useless shot and shedding his club. Matthew John, in a tricky position on 16, decides the best course of action is to hammer his ball 4 inches nearer the tree, and then really get angry and hammer it again, this time into the nearest bunker. Dedicated and consistent roguery. Anyone would be proud to sink this long putt on 15, but Headley Sancto has to find consolation from a perfectly executed 180 round the lip. Harry Hudson on 14 decides his best chance of winning is simply to wipe out the competition. Learn to duck, lads. Also on 14, Ben Thompson has apparently had enough of his ball and so determines to send it into the deep, dark woods, never to be seen again. Just the one entry into who'd be a cameraman this week as an apparently benign tee shot from Stephen Glover on 10 seems absolutely determined to hit Ant. It's clearly got something against the lad. And seemingly still in shock from being clouted on the ankle, cameraman Ant manages to lose Mark Seven's tee shot on the 10th. Or should that be his attempt to reach the tee on the 11th? Cooey, we see you, Alan Basciano, hiding behind those trees. Let's see what you can do with this recovery shot on the 9th. As expected, not a lot. The 7th at Tudor Park is a simple par 3, unless it's being played by our old friend Alan Basciano. Then it becomes a par 5. Or 6, you can pick your own number. And we can't have a rogues gallery without that legendary bad golfer Gary Stuttart here playing one of his better shots on 18. Let's catch up with William.
Great playoff. Good golf. I mean, Dan, he's played a lot better than I thought he was going to do. And you know what's really nice is they kept it in the club. A very, very tight-knit group of guys down here, and you can feel that. You can see it when you're here, and the support he got from the fellow members was fantastic. You know, Scott was gutted. He was broken his hand in his trophy over to somebody else, but he said, "I'm very proud. It's one of our guys." Great tournament.
Next week, the tour returns to favourite venue Dalmahoy in an attempt to find our King of the Clan, Champion of Scotland. In the meantime, please check out www.williamhunttrilbytour.com to find out more about how to get involved in the tour in 2017. Or go to the Sky Sports website to see an extended edit of this week's Rogues Gallery. We'll see you next week. Could every bad golfer please take one step forward?
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.